Mother Teresa was baptized Agnes Gonja Boyajiu in Skopje, Macedonia around August 26, 1910. Born of Albanian descent, she joined the Loreto Sisters of Dublin, Ireland at the age of 18 and took the name Sister Mary Teresa. In 1931, Mother Teresa traveled to Calcutta, India to teach at an all-girls high school. But on September 10, 1946, a second calling from Christ led Mother Teresa to leave her convent and devote herself to working with the poorest of the poor. With Vatican permission, in 1950, Mother Teresa created the Missionaries of Charity. During the 60s, Mother Teresa opened hospices, orphanages, and leper houses all over India, and later expanded internationally. In 1982, during the siege of Beirut, Mother Teresa traveled through a war zone to evacuate 37 children, and later assisted radiation victims at Chernobyl and earthquake victims in Armenia. In 1979, Mother Teresa was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize and donated the $192,000 prize fund to the poor in India. 6 years later, President Ronald Reagan awarded her with a Presidential Medal of Freedom. By 1986, Mother Teresa operated 517 missions in more than 100 countries. After years of suffering from heart, lung, and kidney problems, Mother Teresa died on September 5, 1997.
A few months ago, we went out in Calcutta and we picked up 4 or 5 people from the street. And we took them to our home for the dying. One of them was in a very bad condition. So I told the sisters, I'll take care of her. And I did for her all that my love could do. When I put her in bed, she took hold of my hand. And there was such a wonderful smile in her face. She said one word, thank you, and she died. She gave me much more than I gave her. She gave me her grateful love. And for 1 second, I reflected on looking at her, and I said, what would I have done if I was she? And my answer was, I would have tried to draw some attention to myself. I would have said, I'm hungry, or I'm cold, or I'm dying. But she was so great. She was so beautiful in her giving. The poor are great people. They give us much more than we give to them. We must love them not by feeling pity for them. We must love them because it is Jesus and the distressing disguise of the poor. They are our brothers and sisters. They are our own people. Those lepers, those dying, those hungry, those naked, they are Jesus. That is why I say that our sisters and brothers, the missionaries of charity, are not social workers. They are contemplatives right in the heart of the world. They want to feel that freedom of poverty that comes of choice. We want to know, to understand the poor, we must know what is poverty. And that's why I call it freedom of poverty. We are free to love God, to love Jesus with undivided love, and to love our poor with undivided love.
You are my brother, my dear brother, my dear brother.
Every day we say this prayer: Dear Jesus, help me to spread thy fragrance everywhere I go. Flood my soul with thy spirit and life. Penetrate and possess my whole being so utterly that all my life may only be a radiance of thine. Shine through me and be so in me that every soul I come in contact with may feel thy presence in my soul. Let them look up and see no longer me, but only Jesus. Stay with me, and then I shall begin to shine as you shine, so to shine as to be a light to others. Our sisters and brothers, to be able to do what they are doing, to live the life as they are living, we need our lives to be woven with the Eucharist. That's why we begin our day with Jesus and the Holy Eucharist. We receive Jesus himself in that bread, the bread of life. And he gives us that beautiful opportunity to give him in return. To help us to go to heaven, Christ made it a condition that at the hour of death, you and I, when we come before him, we will be judged on what we have been to the poor. For he said, I was hungry and you gave me to eat. I was hungry not only for bread, but for that understanding love, to be wanted, to be known, to be somebody to somebody. Naked, not only for a piece of cloth, but naked for that human dignity, for that respect. Homelessness, not only for a home made of bricks, but homelessness that comes from that terrible loneliness that our shut-ins, the unwanted, the unloved, go alone on their way. Are we there? Do we know them? Do we see them? I visited a home, one of the best homes in England. Our sisters are there working. I don't know, but I've never seen so much beautiful things and so much wonderful things in a home like I saw in that home. And yet, there was not a single smile on the faces of those people. All these old people, they were all looking towards the door. And I asked the sister in charge, and I said, sister, why are they like that? Why are they not smiling? I'm so used to see smiles on people's faces, because I think smile generates smiles, just as love generates love. And then she said, this is every day like that. They're always waiting for somebody to come and visit them. The loneliness is eating them up. And for days after days, they keep on looking. Nobody turns up. That unwantedness is great poverty. Do we really know our poor? Do we really know the poor in our own house, in our own family? Maybe we are not hungry for a piece of bread. Maybe our children, our husband, our wife are not hungry, are not naked, are not homeless. But are you sure that there is no one there who feels unwanted, unloved? Where are your old father and mother? Where are they? And so, you and I, let us look straight into our own families. For love begins at home. Do we really understand the poverty of Christ? the poverty of our poor in our own home, in our own communities. Never turn your back to the poor. For in turning your back to the poor, you are turning it to Jesus Christ.